Yep, we're ready. Yep, so, yep. Wait. We live. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you from wherever you're watching, Australia, New Zealand, all around the world, and welcome. We are down to the final 5 of the 2017 DPA Championship main event. My name is Landon Blackall. I am your tournament director, master of ceremonies, and in fact the final table dealer that is cutting the deck as we speak. We started today with 67 players. We are down to our final 5. To my far left on seat number 1 is Caleb Thorne. This is his 3rd consecutive final table. He is currently chip leader with 640,000. Sokong Kim, the President and CEO of Deaf Poker Australia, the godfather of poker for the deaf community in this country, on 119,000. In from the home state of Queensland, Rena Muscat with 334,000. Seat 4, Zizamos Gordon, son of 2-time New South Wales champion Daryl Jordan, and Ben Skinner, newcomer to the game there, also from New South Wales, in seat number 5.
And how many chips do they have? Ready to go?
We're just about to see our first flop of this live stream, a flop of King 5 Rainbow. Action between Ben and Caleb. It goes check, bet, fold. Caleb Thorne shows 8 deuce, so nothing but air, so that's enough to take it down. Button moving now to Ben Skinner of New South Wales. So some updated chip counts having at the start of the final 5. As mentioned, Caleb Thorne currently chip leader with 640,000. Sokong Kim, the short stack at the moment, with 119,000. However, he was runner-up in this event, so still he could even progress further at this stage. Rena Muscat from Queensland, the last woman standing, 334,000. Zizamos Jordan there in seat 4, 409,000, and Ben Skinner on 186,000. Blinds are currently 10,000 and 20,000 with a 3,000 chip ante. A little rusty. My apologies, ladies and gents. Got to get more practice in, but also got to focus on the Auslan as well. Of course, as you may have already observed throughout our live updates throughout the day, this is the Deaf Poker Australia Championship main event. Of course, with all DPA events, the primary difference between this and a mainstream game is, of course, Auslan or Australian Sign Language is permitted at the tables. To give you a little bit of an idea about Deaf Poker Australia, we were established in 2009, of course, as mentioned, by the man himself in seat number 2, Sokong Kim. After watching James Bond films one too many times, he thought to himself, oh, I want to share this game with my mates. So, you know, having seen Casino Royale and picked up on the basics, he's gone and started some home games there with his mates, and grown into one of the largest and most successful deaf sporting or cultural events in modern history of the deaf community. Deaf poker groups have been established all around Australia. New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, South Australia and Western Australia all have regular home games and provincial championships. But what you're witnessing is the marquee event on our calendar, the Deaf Poker Australia Championship. The first edition of this event taking place in Sydney in 2009 has grown since then.
Maybe anything will be.
And you may have also seen we had a big announcement this morning prior to the start of today's main event. Next year marks our 10th anniversary, and we are returning to Crown Melbourne for a once-off $250 buy-in main event with 2 titles on the line, the Australian and the International Deaf Poker Federation World Championship. Action on the turn of Jack 5-4. Sekong Kim moves all in. Arena says no, and Sekong will pick up that pot. This year's main event started with 67 runners. The smallest field in main event history to date. However, there was no shortage of talent, with all the deaf poker states and Auckland, New Zealand represented. And the man that you see in seat number 1, Caleb Thorne, nicknamed Pup. This is his 3rd consecutive final table. In it. And you may also notice, ladies and gentlemen, the man at the back, just behind Rena and Zizamos. That man is none other than Gavin Rosemundy. He has assumed the role of Deaf MC. What happened?